Alright, alright. Call this episode 14 to come chill with your boy. Episode 14, late night edition. Yes, I know I've already done my stream for today. But I feel I have to avenge that last one. Because something was off in that last one. Something was off. But now we good. Now your boy got the fire back. So we're gonna go for another hour, baby. We're gonna go for another hour and we're gonna see where it takes us. So come chill with your boy and we will see where it takes us. Alright? Alright. Good. Oh, great. Here we are again, boys. My work's not finished yet. The work is not done. So here we are again. The work is not done. I'm not sure if anyone is going to watch this one or not. I don't know. But this is going up. This will be up on the channel. Y'all get episode 15 probably Sunday. But that's okay. So, I've got plans, right? I've got plans of... I'm not gonna take it by storm, right? I'm not gonna take the comic industry by storm or anything like that. Really, because who is gonna care about my books? No one. Unless I promote them. Unless I market them right. But I do know for a fact that I have the White Knight pretty much good to go. All I need now is artwork. And concept art of the characters. I've got the script pretty much done, I'd say. I have to rewrite and edit a few things, but I think I have everything pretty much done. So, yeah, as far as the White Knight goes, as far as the writing of that story goes, everything's all good. And remember, guys, all my one-shots, well, mainly the two that I'll be doing next year. The White Knight and Ogre's 8, will be one chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. There you go. That's the plan, right? That's the plan. So yeah, that's the plan for next year. Also, guys, as we go through this and everything, if y'all hear me stuttering, if y'all hear me like stumbling over my words, that is because I have a speech impediment. I feel I have to reiterate that in every single stream. I have a speech impediment. I have a stutter. It cannot be helped. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, no. No. We're removing that, boy. We're removing that. Oh, crap. Here, let me fix the camera right quick, guys. There we go. Sorry, guys, but there will be no bots. No nonsense in this stream, guys. Because I'm trying to tell y'all about the work I'm trying to do. Yeah, but if y'all, but yeah, if y'all hear me stutter, if y'all hear the speech impediment, or if y'all hear me stuttering, if y'all hear me tripping over my words, it's because I've got a speech impediment. So yeah, that's why. Anyways, guys, let's get back to what I was talking about earlier. The White Knight, my one shot that I'll be releasing next year. Like here, I'll give y'all a example of what of what, of, of what I mean. Of what, of what I mean. So guys, I love comic books, I love anime, and I love manga. And here's what I mean, right? So I have an insane comic book a collection, or at least I did, before I lost them all as a kid. So here's what I mean, guys. So this is Batman the White Knight. Okay. This is one of the greatest comic book runs of all time. Hey, but that's not why I'm showing y'all this. Why am I showing y'all this? Simple. This is your standard floppy comic book. See? This is probably what? 10, 20, 30 pages, if even that. Now, now, hang on. What do you mean worst book, man? Nah, The White Knight is a great book. Anyways, guys, and this is a manga. This is basically a Japanese comic book. So this is the material I want to make. Now, there are American manga. Now there is manga and particularly made for America. However, this is Berserk. It's one of the greatest manga ever made. And this is the type of stories that I want to make. Pictures and words. Sequential art, basically. So, yeah, I mean, and basically those are the types of stories I want to tell, right? And hey, what's up? But yeah, those are the types of stories I want to tell, right? I've been writing for, well, I would say I've been writing for about 5 or 6 years now. Although, really, my love of reading and writing comes from my older brother. Alright. Let me take care of this, guys. Just let me take care of this. Sorry, guys. I had to ban a few people because, man, I don't want that crap in the stream, guys. I don't want it. Could I make you mod? How do I know I can trust you? Yo, basically, guys, I just don't want the weirdos in the chat, man. But that's fine. But yeah, guys, back to what I was talking about. Uh, yeah, I love comic books, I love manga, I love anime, I love all that. I don't need you to ban the haters, man. I don't need you to ban the haters. Cause like I got mods, but but I've got people I trust here, but they're all asleep right now. So I'm having to do it myself, which is fine. But guys, I want to get back here, here what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, I've been writing for quite some time, and I've been writing for a while now. And my love of reading and writing came from my older brother. Now, how I was introduced to reading and writing is rather unique, I'd say. So if y'all go to YouTube and look up a channel called Wisecrack, there's a playlist on that channel titled Thug Notes. Now, what Thug Notes is basically, imagine a gangster in the hood, right? A gangster in the hood breaking down classic literature and books. He breaks down classic books like 1984, The Inferno, the Hunger Games, The Lord of the Rings, etc. And it's so much fun, guys. It is so much fun. Yeah, man. Yeah, like it's fine, man. Like, yeah. If you like, okay. So just let me get through this, guys. Just let me get through this, all right? So yeah, crap, my arm hurts. Dang it. It's all right. But yeah, so what Thug Notes is basically this gangster who's super funny, and he just breaks down classic literature and books, right? I mean, I've read so many books thanks to this playlist, and this playlist is like, it's like so good. It's 109. It's 109 videos, but it's so good. I love Sparky. In fact, here, I'll go to the channel and I'll look him up right now. I'm on my PlayStation, so yeah, I'll look him up right now. Let me see here, my boy. Where's? All right, Thug Notes. There we go. All right, yep. It was the first thing. It was the first thing that popped up. Thug Notes, classic literature, original gangster. Watch all 100 plus videos, and I've watched them all over 20 times. What games I play? I'm not really a gamer anymore, but mainly fighting games like Marvel, like MVC. I'm more of a like Marvel versus Capcom. Marvel versus Capcom, DNF Duel, Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm more of like a fighting game fan. Like, but but like I said, my gaming days are behind me. Now ever since my elder brother introduced me to Thug Notes, I've just been reading and writing, and more precisely, reading a lot of good books. Like The Hunger Games, hit by Suzanne Collins. That series hit me at the right age, at the right time. You know what? Screw it. I was going to talk about comic books this entire stream, but now we're going to talk about The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. So Suzanne Collins wrote The Hunger Games in 2008. I love this story. Katniss Everdeen and Peter Himmelmark are two of the greatest characters in all of fiction. I mean, The Hunger Games was a phenomenal series. It's basically Gladiator, right? So So in the Capitol takes 24 kids, puts them all in a arena. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter's amazing. Tekken's also good. Like, okay, back to the Hunger Games though. Back to the Hunger Games. Because this is basically you basically place 24 kids in a arena here because there are 12 districts, right? There are 12 there are 12 there are 12 districts. So, you put 24 kids, one male and one female, one boy and one girl from each district into the arena, and you have them fight to the death. And 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 the winner comes out on top and is given a lot of good rewards. I love the Hunger Games because the writing is so good, and just the characters are so just, man. Katniss is one of my favorites because I'm a sucker for a romance, right? Like, I don't know why. I like romance, but I do not like terrible romance. Like, I'll give you a perfect example of bad romance done horribly. I hate Twilight. I hate that series with a fiery passion. Edward and Bella are two of the worst characters ever written. I hate Twilight. I hate him with a fiery passion. I bought it and read it. I only read the first 100 pages though. That's all I did. I gave the book a fair shot, and I hated it. Because it was just so bad, right? The writing was horrible. As soon as I heard these words, and there they were, treacherous tears of treason, I hated that book and I'll never read it again. I hate Twilight. But back to the Hunger Games, because this trilogy is phenomenal. Hunger Games? Wait. Let me make sure I got this right. Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. There we go. That's right. Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. That is a phenomenal trilogy. I love it. Like, I love the love triangle here between Katniss, Gale, and Peeta. Although, and it's so funny, right? Because Katniss has to play the game. Because originally her little sister Prim, who was picked, and Katniss volunteered as tribute. So, I mean, I volunteer as tribute, and then Peeta, who was picked after Katniss. So, I mean, it's just such a good story. Plus, Katniss really is not really that. She's not really a girly girl. She's not really the girly type. So I mean, she has to basically learn how to basically be a traditional girl. But it's super fascinating. It is really fascinating. Hey, because Peeta Mellark is so witty and so charismatic and all that. And when he's on stage, with the announcer, I think Caesar Flickerman is his name. So Caesar asked, "Is there anyone back home? Is there anyone that you love?" And he was like, "No." And then Caesar he was like, "Oh, come on, there's someone, I bet." And then he finally said, "Well, there is someone, but she really didn't notice me until the reaping." And then Caesar said, "Well, Peter, you go out there and you win this thing, and she'll have to notice you." "Thanks, but I don't think it's gonna help me." "And why not?" "Because she came here with me." Oh, dude, the writing in this series is so good. I love the Hunger Games so much. So, Katniss gets angry at him, and it's like, and it's basically like, "What was that all about, huh?" It's so good. So Katniss and Peeta are now the star-crossed lovers from District 12, of which I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And Katniss has to play the role here. She has to play the role of the star-crossed lovers. She has to pretend to be in love with Peeta, so that way they can make it out. They can survive the games. Plus, there's other characters too, like Kato, Rue, Glimmer, and all the other characters. Thresh is another good one. But yeah, let's talk about Rue for a second. Rue, a little 11, 12 year old girl who's placed in the Hunger Games is from District 11. And guys, note each district has their own purpose. Like, for example, District 12's purpose is coal mining and all that. So, back to Rue though. I mean, like, God, Rue was such a fascinating character here because they teamed up to basically take down the others, right? Crap. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second, guys, please. Just give me a second. Just give me a sec, guys. Because a controller fell. Anyways, so Rue and Katniss team up to basically stop Kato and his friends. And Peeta actually teams up with them to protect Katniss. It's so good. Anyways, so Katniss and Rue team up to basically stop the I'm not sure what it's called when they team up. So, like, okay, the higher districts or certain districts and certain characters are trained to basically be volunteers. So, and they've trained their entire lives for this. So, I mean, so yeah, Katniss and Rue team up, and they destroy pretty much all the other stuff, right? They destroy Kato and his friends' stuff because they gathered all this supplies into one big pile. So, and Katniss, he destroys it with a few arrows and all that. So, Rue ends up, spoiler alert, if you haven't read the series, go read it. Go read The Hunger Games. The entire thing, all 3 books, yeah, they blew it up. All 3 books are on YouTube as audiobooks if y'all haven't listened to it or if y'all haven't read it yet. go out and buy the books. It's that good. Yeah, they blew it up. And it's so fascinating too. Because here's the thing. Like, oh dude, Rue dies because they had a signal. Like they would whistle and the mockingjays they would respond. And guys, I'll get into the significance of the mockingjay in a bit. But yeah, like, okay, Rue dies hit with the spear straight through the stomach. And I cried when Rue died. I read that and I started bawling my eyes out. Because I was like, no, damn it, no. How could you do this? Oh yeah, it's a very captivating story. It's a very, very captivating story. But yeah, how could you do this to Rue? How could you kill her? I mean, it's basically like Prim dying, of which that's foreshadowing. For those of you who don't know, I'll get to that in the third book. But yeah, Rue's death caught me off guard. And earlier in the pages, Thresh spares Katniss because she helped Rue. Because Rue dies and Thresh just loses it. He'd go on a killing spree. And guys, I know that this has been once again a very chaotic stream. Very, very, very rambly, very, very unscripted. Yeah, I know, it's sad. It is beyond sadness. But yeah, guys, it's a very captivating story. Plus, I love the fact that Katniss has no idea how to do this. She has no idea how to play the lover's angle, but she has to do it. She must do it. So Peeta actually teams up with Kato and his gang, and he gets hurt trying to protect Katniss, and he's in a cave, and they have to hide away for a bit, and there's supplies that each district needs, and it's all back at the cornucopia. Wow, holy crap! Why do I do this, guys? Well, why do I just keep on rambling on about nonsensical stuff? But yet, as I keep going, as the stream keeps on going, the more I remember. The longer I keep doing this, the more I remember stuff. The place they have to go is the cornucopia. And it's fascinating to me. It is fascinating. Yeah, I mean, that's fascinating. Like, it is truly, truly fascinating, right? Hang on, guys. Let me get the lighting right. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, Katniss plays the lover's angle very, very well. But not at first. I mean, like, she has no idea how to do it. But she eventually figures it out, and it's so good. It's all well and good, you know. Because here's the thing, right? So their first kiss, right? Katniss's first kiss is with Peeta in the Hunger Games, because he's hurt and she wants to go get his medicine to help him, but he doesn't want her to go, and the only way she's able to go is if she kisses him. He'll shut him up. He'll make him be quiet. And it works. And he says after she kisses him, he is shocked and says, "Now there's no way I'm letting you go. I have to though. Stay. Please stay with me." And she does. And the look on Gail's face. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Th- th- Thank you for that. Also, guys, I know I've promised this a lot in the past few months, and I'm sorry for all the broken promises. But guys, the second channel is coming. The William Alighieri channel is coming. And for those of you that do not know, William Alighieri is me. I'm William Alighieri. Hey, because, like, okay, I love reading and writing, right? I love reading, I love writing. And do not worry, I'll get back to the Hunger Games in a second. I just want to get this out there. So, William Alighieri, where did that come from? Where did the name William Alighieri come from? Well, I love Shakespeare. I am a huge Shakespeare fan. I love Romeo and Juliet, The Tempest, Othello, etc. A Midnight Summer's Dream. All of his writings are great. All of his plays are good. So, I love Shakespeare. I took his first name William, and I love the Divine Comedy, the Commedia, Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. These books are phenomenal. I have Inferno in my closet. Hey, but my room is such a mess. I'm not gonna try to get it out right now. But yeah, I do have, however, I do have here with me, Purgatorio, right here, Purgatorio, and Paradiso, baby, Paradiso. So I have both Purgatorio and Paradiso right here. I've read the entire Icomedia. I read it a few years ago. Actually, scratch that. I think I read it last year. It's so good. It is so good. So I've read a lot of books. That's where the name comes from. William Alighieri is basically combining two of my favorite authors of all time, William Shakespeare and Dante Alighieri. Me and my brother came up with that name on the 4th of July a few years ago, and we were just joking at the time, right? But something sounded so good about it. Something sounded so good about that name, William Alighieri, and that'll be the name of the second channel, William Alighieri. That'll be my second channel, and that'll be the channel where I post all my work on. And that'll be the channel here where I post all my work, all my comics, all my manga stuff. Also, that's where y'all will finally get the reviews of the Saturday AM stuff. So, keep an eye out for that. Anyways, after all that promotion, after all of that, let's get back to the Hunger Games, shall we? Let's get back to the Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. So they're in the cave, right? Peter's hurt, and she has to go and get his medicine for him, but he's not letting her go. She kisses him in order to let her go, but she stays, and eventually she knocks him out with the medicine to go get even more supplies. And it's so good. It's very, very good. Like, so she kisses him, and a parachute comes down, and because they need his supplies, and basically people bet on who's going to win, and they get sponsors, and they use that, and they use that to basically help out the players and all that. So, also guys, I forgot to mention, I am such an idiot for not mentioning this sooner. Their manager is Hamish, of which he won the 50th Hunger Games, I believe. He's the only winner from District 12. And he's funny, he's snarky, I love him. But yeah, um, so so she kisses him, and a parachute lands with something to eat for the both of them, and and written on the parachute is you, you called okay, basically written on the parachute is this. You you called you God, I hate my speech impediment, I hate it. Written on the parachute is this. You call that a kiss? She smiles at that and then go, goes back into the cave. Yeah, what? 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 You've never heard of you've never heard of you've never heard of you've never heard you've never heard of Dante Alighieri? What? Oh, 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 you gotta check him out. Now I will warn you. These books are Old English. They're in that Shakespearean type language. So they are fairly difficult to read, but they are so worth it. Anyways, like, okay, back to the Hunger Games. So, so the love triangle here with Miguel, Peter, and Katniss, that's done extremely well. Mind you, that is done extremely well. Although it's very, very clear that, thank you, it's very, very clear that she loves Gel, but she's forced to basically play pretend in this relationship with Peeta in order to survive the games. And I do believe, guys, I do believe that she starts having actual feelings for him as they go through the initial games. Now, the original Hunger Games was the 74th games. The sequel, Mockingjay, was the 75th games, and I'll get into that in a bit. So let's just stay on track here with the first book for now, shall we? So, I believe Katniss starts developing feelings for Peeta as they go on, as they go on to the as they go on through the journey to survive, right? And it is very, very intriguing because at first Katniss is like, I have no idea how to do this. How do I do this? But she has to play it up. And it's so enticing, really. Thank you. Thank you. Although my comic books that I'm working on right now, guys, because guys, I cannot draw. I physically cannot draw. So I'm gonna have to find an artist to actually draw it for me. But let's get back to the Hunger Games because this has gone on. We haven't reached that hour mark yet, so we're fine. But I haven't stayed on topic. That's the problem. I need to stay on topic. I need to stay with the Hunger Games. And I will. So, The Hunger Games is a phenomenal book. It's a phenomenal standalone book. And it's a phenomenal series. Anyways, so Katniss actually starts developing feelings for Peeta. And there's so many good characters in this series, guys, that I cannot recommend the book series enough. Go read The Hunger Games. Leave the stream. I do not care. Just go read The Hunger Games, please. It is so good. It is so good. Anyways, so yeah, I believe Katniss starts developing feelings for him. Now, at the end of the now at the end of the book, it has to come out. The truth has to come out that it was all for the games. It was all pretend, but not for Peter. He actually loves her. Peter actually loves Katniss, and it is so well done. He actually loves her. He told stories. He told stories of he told stories of them as children. No, no, I haven't. I haven't. But I might check it out. I might check it out. But yeah, I mean, he tells stories of her at 5 singing in the school, and he said she had the voice of an angel. He loved her since he was 5 years old, guys. Peter just straight up loved this girl. And she was like, and the book's in first person, mind you. It's all, these are all her thoughts being told to us. All the series, so the Hunger Games, God, I hate my speech impediment. The Hunger Games trilogy is all in first person. It's all in first person. So these are all her thoughts, and we're seeing it through her perspective. Now, like, okay, I wish I had the actual books in my hands so that way I could show y'all, but it's in the closet. Ouch, I'm not getting up here to go to the closet and dig for them just to show y'all just for a little bit, and because I think, yeah, we're already 42 minutes in anyways. So this is great because it's so good. So at the end of this, well, not at the end of the series, at the end of the first book, it has to come out. The truth has to come out that it was all pretend, it was all a lie. But he didn't realize that. Peter didn't realize it was all pretend. He thought it was real because he actually loved her, but Katniss, he was just playing the games, actually trying to keep both of them alive, of which, at the end of the book, at the end of the first book of the Hunger Games, basically they changed the rules, right? Once Katniss and Peter were in the games, they changed the rules midway through the games. Just so that way, well, okay, basically the rule changed into this. The rule changed to this. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a slight rule change. Now 2 people can win. 2 people can survive if you're from the same district. Which means that gave Peter and Katniss a chance. However, at the end of all of it, once it was just those 2 left. Once Katniss and Peter were the only 2 left, the rules changed back once again to only 1 person can survive. There can only be 1 winner. And they were about to Romeo and Juliet themselves out of existence with Nightlock, with poisonous berries. They were about to eat those berries and just straight up die. They were gonna Romeo and Juliet themselves out of existence because they wanted to, and they did. It was Katniss's idea though, and he went along with it. So, yeah, they were about to Romeo and Juliet themselves out of existence, but the game makers said, stop. They said, stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the winners of the 74th Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen and Peeta Mellark. I mean, they won. They won. Also, guys, this is slightly twisted and morbid, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all anyways. When there were only like 3 people left, Cato, Katniss, and Peeta, they would bring in rabid dogs, rabid beasts, to try and kill these guys, try and kill the final 3 contestants. And guys, here's the morbid thing, here's the twisted thing. Each dog was basically represented by the fallen victims. Everyone that died in the Hunger Games up until this point had returned into dogs and mutts, and they were snarling and growling, and it was so brutal, it was so twisted, but it was so good. It's good storytelling. So yeah, bottom line, Cato dies to the wolves, and Katniss and Peeta live. They make it out of the games. And here's the cherry on top. Here's the cherry on top. Once they're out of the games, Peeta is badly hurt and needs medical attention, so he's hospitalized and he's lost his leg. And it's so good. It's so good. And Katniss just bangs on the glass of the waiting room, screaming her head off, because she still thinks they're in the games, because PTSD and all that trauma. Like it's so good, man. It's so good. And the Capitol puts a little film together. They put a little recap of the games together, and they put the final shot of that recap is Katniss banging on the glass, screaming, Peeta, no, let him go. It's so good. It's so good. God, I love the Hunger Games so much. Anyways, so Haymitch basically pulls her aside and says they are so angry, they are so peed off about what you did. You showed them up. You're not supposed to outsmart the game makers. You can't do that. You're not supposed to outsmart the makers of the game. You're not supposed to be able to beat the game, but they did it. And now she has to really play it up. She has to really play up the fact that she loved him all along, and she really has to play up that lover's angle. They were just two lovers trying to get home, trying to get back to each other. But is it really convincing? No. And once the truth comes out, Peeta says, they finally get some alone time here to talk, and Haymitch comes in and he's like, great job, you two. Just keep this up a little, just keep this up a little bit longer until we're home. And then Peeta's like, hang on, what do you mean? And then the truth comes out. It was all a lie? You were just pretending? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, the end of the book was just phenomenal. I mean, it was truly just magnific. It was magnificent. I mean, like, the end of the book was, it was just great. Because hey, the truth comes out, and, Peter, it was like, it was all a lie. How much of that was a lie? So, all of it? And then Katniss, she held her flowers tightly, and because he gave her flowers, right? So, yeah, he gave her flowers, and she held them close to her chest, just gripping them as tight as she could, and like he was like all of it, and then she whispered, "Not all of it," meaning not all of it. It was faked. And for the games, she actually felt something for him. It's even stated in the book. As as the games kept going, as they kept playing this pretend lovers game, she actually started falling for him. And that's the beauty of all this. That's the beauty of all this. Truly, truly good. And then the final shot, or the final passage, or the final passage of the book was him basically taking Katniss's hand and said, one more time, and for the cameras. She took his hand, but his voice, it was hollow, void of emotion, just nothing left. Oh, dude, go read The Hunger Games. It is a phenomenal book series. Go read it. It is just, it's too good, baby. It's too good. So what do we talk about, guys? What do we talk about here with the last 8 minutes? What do we talk about? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to talk about it for the last 8 minutes, because I just spent the last 50 talking about the Hunger Games. So, what are we going to talk about it for the last 8 minutes? I don't know. I mean, I could go into detail about the samurai gunslinger, but no. I'm not going to give anything away on that. I'm not going to give anything away on the samurai gunslinger, because that story will be my greatest masterpiece. That story will be my greatest work. However, I can tell y'all a little bit about the White Knight and a little bit about Ogre's 8. Just real quick. But before we get to that, y'all should know that I have certain music up on the channel. I have certain songs I've made up on the channel. Now, the songs I'm talking about are the songs of Avaloria. Now, if y'all don't know, Avaloria is my mythology, is my attempt at what J.R.R. Tolkien did. J.R.R. Tolkien wrote The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and the Silmarillion. Also, guys, if y'all do not know, I need to reiterate this every time. If y'all do not know, I have a speech impediment. That's why this stream has been like stuttery, and I've been tripping over my words. It's because I have a speech impediment, but that's okay. It's all right. So yeah, the Dragon King and the World of Avaloria is my attempt at creating what J.R.R. Tolkien did, of which Tolkien, he created The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, and the Silmarillion, of which is basically a mythology, a mythos for England, legends and tales of England, basically, because England lost its mythology and Tolkien wanted to give it back, and he did. With the books and works I've mentioned, just previously and a little bit ago. So, yeah, I want to do what Tolkien did. I want to create my own legends and my own stories and my own fairy tales and just write those, of which I do believe I can do. I mean, I believe I can do it. I mean, I've already done it with. I pretty much have like a bunch of files and stuff on Avaloria and the Dragon King, of which Avaloria is my attempt at creating a mythology like Greek and Norse and all that. And I know that sounds insane. I know that sounds stupidly complicated, and I know that sounds impossible, but it's not. I will one day do it. I will one day do it, guys. I will one day do it. Now, I have songs up on the channel. I believe I have 6 songs up on the channel. Of course, I've done other music, right? But I have 6 songs up on the channel. These songs of Avaloria, these songs of my mythos, these songs of the mythology I'm creating. So, there is that. So, yeah. So there's 6 songs of Avaloria, and with each song I upload of my mythology, right, I have a detailed description of what the world is, of what the song's about, and of what the stories are about. So yeah, just if y'all go to my channel, then y'all will see it. Y'all will see hidden songs of Avaloria. Y'all may also see other songs there too, of which is good, right? Because these other songs are interesting as well. I'd like to think that these other songs are good, but I would say but I would say the songs of Avaloria is probably my best work. Well, that and Lucifer's Lullaby, of which I'll get into at a later date. I will explain what that is at a later date. But yeah, guys, if y'all go to my channel, y'all will see the songs of Avaloria. Y'all will see the Dragon King and all that. Of which the Dragon King is my trilogy. It's my trilogy of books, of comics, of manga. Now, I'm taking because, okay, so where am I getting all this from? Where am I getting all this from? Where am I getting these ideas of this mythology from? Well, I love the How to Train Your Dragon movies that DreamWorks did. I loved that trilogy. It is the greatest thing Hidden DreamWorks has ever done, in my opinion. I love that trilogy so much, I'm using it as a blueprint for my own mythology. Now, Avaloria is a mystical and magical realm where dragons rule the skies. And the dragons in this world are basically similar to the How to Train Your Dragon dragons, like Toothless and the dragons of that world. I'm taking inspiration from that. Like, I'm basically using the How to Train Your Dragon films as a blueprint for my world, for my mythology. Of which I do think is good. Plus, guys, I'm obsessed with history and mythology and all that kind of stuff. If y'all read the channel description, y'all would know that. Of which the channel description says, I like gaming stuff, pro wrestling, anime, manga, history, mythology, psychology, ancient stories, and all that. So I have a lot of stuff to talk about here, guys. I have a lot of stuff here. Either way, guys, The songs of Evaloria are good in my opinion. There's detailed descriptions of what the songs are about and all that. Please go check them out if you haven't. Anyways, guys, we've hit that hour mark again. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to basically call it here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all post notifications. It's so that way you will never miss a video. And with that, guys, and with that, I'm outie. I love you guys, and I love you guys, and thank you guys. I love you guys, and thank you guys.